Hi, I'm Kalila Reynolds, and welcome to another episode of JN Talking Wealth, brought to you by the JN Group. If you're interested in achieving financial freedom and building generational wealth, this is the program for you. Stay with us. Now, the words saving and investing are sometimes used interchangeably, but when it comes down to it, we should be engaged in both to secure our financial future. If you're not doing either, the time to get started is now. Our JN experts are back with us on this week's episode of JN Talking Wealth to discuss how saving and investing go hand in hand when it comes to building a solid financial future. Today, we'll be joined by Petal James, Chief of Retail Sales at JN Bank, and later, Delories Jones, Senior Vice President of Sales, Strategy and Marketing at JN Fund Managers Limited. But before we start our discussion, let's turn our attention to the spotlight.
Well, the main thing stopping me at the moment would be shopping, like online shopping, because it's basically a drugs to me right now. Like, you just go online, you see something that you like, immediately I would want to buy it. So that would basically stop me from saving my money.
Well, it stop me if I'm not working, right? So that would be the main thing. If I'm not working, yeah, that would stop me.
Because of locking up job. Poverty. Not get enough pay. I work, but I not get the money I get in the night for save. I just hand to mouth. So if you put a little thing in the bank, I have to go try it back again by the week for done. I have to send my child go to school and so I don't have no money for save. And things raise, every day things raise.
Alright, the main thing is the bills. Sometimes the bills are very high, and then if you have children and you have food, you just have to try and budget. That is the main thing. So you can barely, because cost of living gone up, you can barely find money sometime. If you're not smart, you can't find it.
The salary I get, I can only save probably a third of it, so I do the best I can.
Welcome back, Petal. It's so good to see you again.
Thank you, Kalila. It's good to be here.
We're talking about savings. So typically, how much should people be saving each month?
Person should save at least 10% of what they earn, Kalila, in your savings account. So it's always good to have at least 10% put aside each month, each fortnight, each week in your savings account. It's always also good to save first before you start spending.
Pay yourself first.
Pay yourself first before you start spending. In fact, you are supposed to always have at least 3 months of your salary in savings, just in case anything happens.
Emergency fund.
Emergency funds.
Good idea. But in practice now, what do you say to people who I just don't earn enough to be able to put anything aside to save? I'm really living hand to mouth.
That can be a constraint, but if you're deliberate about saving, it can happen. A lot of us use our income as a benchmark to borrow. Yeah, it's the same thing that we should do. Use it to also save, no matter how small it is.
Yeah,
no matter how small it is.
Yeah, the last time you were here, we did talk about borrowing.
Yes.
We spoke about debt.
Yes.
And if you are able to repay a loan, then you can pay yourself.
There you
right?
go.
and I find that when you pay yourself first
Yes.
and take it out before you pay any other bills, it becomes much easier.
For you.
You even forget that's there.
You develop the habit of saving and you pay yourself first.
Exactly. So tell me about some of the savings options available through JN Bank.
Through JN Bank, we have our partner plan, the old adage partner plan, where you give your money to someone instead of giving your money to someone. Come on over to JN Bank and you can open your own partner plan, where it's for monthly, fortnightly, or weekly. We start at 14 weeks, as low as $1,000. As low as $1,000, you can start saving in your partner plan.
So that would be $1,000 a week?
$1,000 a week, $1,000 a month, $1,000 fortnight. Yeah. We also
At
have
the end of the end of the period, you draw just
at
like
the end of
any
the
regular
period, you get
partner.
your interest and you draw. Nobody walks away with your money.
Right.
Your money is safe in Jane Bank. You walk away with your own money plus interest. And we also have our gold
How much interest do you
saving.
pay on that?
Kalila, we talk about interest off air.
Okay.
Because interest rate is really relative depending on, where you are in your band, in your partner plan.
Ah, gotcha.
Yes. We also have our gold saver account where you can start with as low as $100,000. It's actually a long-term savings account. We can offer you up to 30% interest, which is about 2.66% up to 5 years. We also have a 7-year plan. It actually forces you to save because you can't touch that money over the 5-year plan. Additionally, we also have an insurance side of it through our Jane Life Insurance sister company.
Ah, interesting.
Yes.
So for the long-term plan, what if I have an emergency during that period and I do need to touch the money?
If you touch it, there's a penalty.
Okay, so you can get it back.
You can get
but
it back,
You pay a penalty.
but you pay a penalty.
All right, and that is great for, like you said, long-term options. Like if your child is going off to college in 5
Yes.
years,
You have a goal in mind, and so you keep it for up to the 5 years.
you want
or
to save
7
your
years.
down payment for your house.
There you go.
Goal saver,
Goal
whatever your
saver.
goal is,
Yes.
your long-term goal.
There you go, Kalila.
Perfect. So, all right. So you've already outlined some of the advantages of savings, but there are some disadvantages
There
too.
are.
What are
there
they?
are. Because of its easy and accessibility of it, persons are quick to go and withdraw. I mean, for your savings account, we also give you a debit card. And so that's one disadvantage because it's so easily and accessible to you. Some persons just go and withdraw. Yeah. The other disadvantage, it could be because of its low interest rate type.
Right.
Of savings, and so it doesn't give you a higher return as investments do.
Right, which
So-
we'll talk about shortly too.
We should talk about shortly. So savings accounts have those kind of, because of its accessibility and also because of the low interest that you may earn on
Right.
it.
Right. And it's all about measuring risk and reward. So
Yeah.
savings are very low risk.
Very low risk.
So you're going to get a relatively low reward
Very
as
low
well,
reward as well.
opposed to
It's your money.
investment, which is a little bit higher risk, but
Yes.
you'll get a higher reward.
Certainly.
So how can we actually make savings a habit?
You have to be deliberate, Kalila. It's very deliberate. You have to develop the mindset, to save every month, save every week, squander less. We need to squander less. Some persons, as soon as they get an increase in salary, they start spending more. And that's what the pundits say. The more you earn, the more you spend. What we need to do is start, cutting back or still living the same lifestyle, even though you have an increase in salary. One of the most important or effective way of developing that habit is to set up a standing order.
Perfect. Yes. I was just
Or
going to ask you about that.
Or a salary deduction from your salary. That forces you every month. So before you start spending on any expenditure or impulsive buying, it comes out and go to your savings account.
How do I set up a standing order?
You go to your bank.
Your
and
online banking?
Your online banking. You can also do an automatic debit from your online banking account. You can go to your bank, ask your bank to take it out every month on this particular day. So before you catch it, it comes over into your savings account.
Perfect. Yes, that actually makes it so easy because you
Yes.
don't have to think about it.
There you go. And so you don't have to touch it.
Right.
Before it comes out of your account.
All right. Thank you so much, Petal. So we now know how we can start our savings plans with JN Bank.
Thank you, Kalila.
Well, we've learned all about savings. Now we're going to learn about investing with Delories Jones from JN Fund Managers. Hi, Delories.
Hi,
It
Khalida.
is so good to see you.
The pleasure is actually mine to be here.
Yes, so you talk about one of my favorite topics, which is investing. So let us start very basic. What is investing?
Very good question, Khalida. Investing is actually the act of putting your money in a scheme of arrangement or in an asset that will actually earn you a profit or additional income.
So you make your money work for you.
Absolutely.
Now, a lot of people think that you need a lot of money to start investing. So how much money do you really need to start?
I mean, it depends on you as an individual. It depends on your lifestyle and basically how much money you have. But an individual with $5,000 can actually start.
Jamaican dollars.
5,000 Jamaican dollars can actually start an investment plan. Investment is the process of putting your funds away for a rainy day. And it doesn't matter how much you have, there is a plan somewhere within an investment house in Jamaica and at Jane Fund Managers that will actually allow you to start an investment plan.
So on that note, Delories, what are some investment options that people can look forward to with JN Fund Managers?
JN Fund Managers provides our clients and the public with a suite of mutual fund products where an individual can start an investment with as low as 30 US or 5,000 Jamaican dollar. That can be placed in one of our mutual funds, which is expertly managed and which allows you the freedom of doing what you want to do to make more money so that you can actually invest in that mutual fund.
Very affordable. So you've raised the concept of a mutual fund. Let's explain what a mutual fund is.
Okay, so mutual funds are basically collective investment schemes. We would have heard about collective investment schemes in Jamaica. Mutual fund, unit trust, same investments. It's pooling the monies, investments of many individuals and pooling it together and purchasing investment instruments that actually work to gain wealth for individuals. So mutual funds are actually managed portfolios that are managed by investment managers specifically assigned to that role in investment houses.
So you're doing the work for me. I don't have to sit and think, what do I invest in? I don't know, when should I buy, when should I sell? I just buy into the fund and you do all the work.
Absolutely.
And I reap the benefits.
Absolutely. And that makes sense because sometimes as individuals, we don't have the wherewithal to be watching what is happening. We don't even have the time. But when you invest in a mutual fund, that fund is solely managed and the sole job of the manager is to scout the world and look for the best investment options that will allow your funds to grow.
So how do I know what investment option is right for me?
It depends on you, Khalil. No two individuals are alike. It depends on your risk appetite. It depends on your investment horizon. That is the time to meet your goal. It depends on your whole circumstances. So usually, in order to decide what is best for you, it is best to sit with an advisor, a licensed financial advisor, who will have that one-on-one consultation with you to find out where you are now in your life and where you want to go and how does your current circumstances fits into what you want to do.
Right. So everything has pros and cons. Investing has risks.
Absolutely.
What are some advantages and disadvantages of investing?
And I want to talk about the advantages first because for me, investment is actually a must. So with anything that's a must, there has to be advantages. When one invests, it allows you to actually build and grow your wealth. It allows you to meet your goals, achieve the goals that you have planned for in life. It allows you to plan for retirement. And in some instances, it allows a person to actually retire early. And it also will allow you to stay ahead of inflation.
Yes.
Investment, and I'm talking about advantages, and there are many, so I'll just narrow down a few. Investment also allows you to gain passive income. So income from multiple stream.
Yes, to just sit down and collect.
Well, I mean, once you're doing the right thing. So there are many advantages of investing and making the right investment decisions.
And on the negative side, what are some of the disadvantages?
Anything in life comes with a disadvantage. But for me, it's understanding what you are getting into. Some of the disadvantages that come on is when persons work with persons that are not working in their best interest. So you have high management fees, for example, that eats out in the funds that a person has to invest. You have sometimes the inefficient tax investments, because you always need to be in a position where your advisor is guiding you.
Right.
Yes, and sometimes another disadvantage is putting an individual in an investment that doesn't fit their risk appetite
Right, yes.
and doesn't stack up with your investment horizon. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So those are very important things for us to know. So can you offer any tips on how we can invest safely and wisely?
Absolutely. Safely, come to Jane Fund Managers. Wisely,
Come to Jane Fund Managers.
wisely, come to Jane Fund Managers. But beyond that, investing safely and wisely. The first thing is understand what you're putting your money in. If you can't understand it, it's not for you. Understand what you are doing. Safely ensure that also you understand a risk-reward relationship. The higher the returns, usually the higher the risk. If you are an individual, based on your present situation, you're not able to take on a certain amount of risk and in your time frame. You need to be wisely informed so that you don't place your short-term investments, for example, in a long-term investment vehicle. So it is important that you get a good understanding of the type of instruments and how they align with your financial goals.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dolores, for these insights. We really appreciate it.
The pleasure was mine. Thank you.
All right, so hopefully now you are fired up and excited about saving and investing. If you need further information about any of the products and services discussed in today's program, please contact the experts at JN Bank and JN Fund Managers. Also, visit jnbank.com and jnfunds.com to learn more about how their products and services can help you achieve your goals. Now it's time for our giveaway question. Are you ready? Okay. Give the names of 2 types of savings plans offered by JN Bank. Give us the names of 2 types of savings plans offered by JN Bank. Send your answers to jnmarketingpromotions@gmail.com, and the first person with the correct answer will receive a gift certificate valued at $50 US. Good luck! Now that's all the time that we have today on JN Talking Wealth. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video, and of course, follow JN Fund Managers and JN Bank on all of their social media platforms. I'm Kalila Reynolds. Until next time, take care.